How are you doing, Lucas?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It has been a different week for me. You're fucking moving on
Really?
I mean, yeah, it hasn't been bad. It's just like I haven't been having the fun of fucking moving into a new place and moving in with friends and all that shit. So it's been a little different for me.
That's
I
true.
spent 2 days on my fucking ass from the second COVID shot.
Yeah, right. Dude, tell me how that went.
Woo, dude, it fucking like legitimately, if I had gotten that, like if I felt like that without the knowledge that I had just gotten a shot, I would be freaking out, dude. It was such a intense feeling.
God, man, I've heard it's a as the white people say, a doozy.
It was a doozy, man. It was a fucking buck and a half.
Well, God, I'm not looking forward to it, but I will get it as soon as I can.
The only thing that really helped was that I knew like I wasn't in a shitty mood because I knew that this was good. You know, I'm like, dude, this is like
Yeah.
fucking the last year. It's like the last year should end with me feeling like dog shit for a couple days, and then immediately after that it's just not immediately, but pretty soon after that it's just like this is basically over for me, like the whole COVID fucking bullshit. So it's been awesome.
But you know, we still got to wait for everyone to get them, and there are a lot of people who will not get the vaccine and stuff. So
That's the thing, like, dude, at that point, it's their responsibility to decide if they are willing to hang out with you or not, right? It's just like, for the last year, it's been everyone's responsibility to figure out, like, dude, is it safe? Should we? Is it worth it? Blah, blah. But now it's just like, well, I'm vaccinated and you're not. I want to hang out. If you don't want to, I understand. But if you do, it's kind of on you if you get sick.
yeah, but like I want to play shows again, you know?
Yeah,
And, like I want to go out and do public things again, but I can't really do that just like with the mindset that a lot of people just aren't gonna, you know, get vaccinated, you know? And so like I don't know, like who knows what's gonna happen, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess who knows what's going to happen. But honestly, like to me, it's just like the world is basically back open once you get that vaccine. It's just like going to eat outdoors, going to play any outdoor shows, like all of that you should be way less worried about, especially if you're vaccinated. Because even if you do get COVID after getting vaccinated, you're not going to go to the hospital. You're just going to get sick.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm 100% sure I've had COVID at some point. Not quite sure when.
I'm 90.
So I've never really been worried about myself, but more about spreading it to other people, you know, and like the guilt that comes with that.
Yeah, and so that's what I mean. It's like you should be guilt-free after doing the vaccine because the vaccine is available. If someone decides not to get it, then it's a little bit on them if they get sick. It's all on them if they get sick.
Yeah,
you know?
but then it's all on us when they develop another variant and suddenly the vaccine we took doesn't work.
Yeah, there's always that chance. I mean, life's going to be very different moving forward. But what's cool is that like you can hang out with vaccinated people, and pretty much everyone I know is getting vaccinated. Anyone I care about is getting it. So fucking, if I don't get to go to the movies anymore because of the fear of that, then it's just like, that's a small price to pay to at least be able to hang out with you again, you know?
Yeah, man. And Mortales might get back together and jam a little bit before you have to go.
Dude,
we might be able to
crazy.
We might be able to get that Sandy's and just hang out and listen to drips.
Our fucking bro day.
Our bro day, dude. Our bro day in the sun.
Dude, we deserve a bro day in the sun.
I feel like we've earned it by now.
We've been good for the last year, man. Like you are like one of the people I know that was just like you were taking it seriously and being responsible, and it's just like that was another good feeling after getting that vaccine. Like I just looked at Christina and I was just like, dude, we did it. Like we made it. Like we
made
did
it through.
Yeah, like we are one of the good ones. Like we didn't hang out with people. We weren't irresponsible. We didn't get anyone sick. We didn't get sick. It was just like that. Like it was definitely like a pat on the back.
Yeah, you and Christina of all people, I feel like y'all were some of the more cautious people that I talked to about this.
Super cautious. I
They're
have
like,
health anxiety. So COVID fucking, I was doing really well with my health anxiety the whole time I was with Christina. She hadn't seen that side of me yet. And then COVID started happening and it just skyrocketed. It went from 0 to 1,000 like almost overnight, to the point where I was too scared to pet Bo. I was too scared to like dude, yeah, it was really bad for a while. So I know that she took it extra seriously because of how extra cautious I was.
Right.
You know. So she was there for me. Thankfully she didn't like, ridicule me or anything. Like, she was there. She dealt with it. She fucking did what made me comfortable, even though she felt like it might have been overboard. And I really like love her for that a lot.
Yeah, man, that's good to hear. Like, it's really good that you found someone who can support you like that, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it must be so hard to be in a house where one person is like really taking it seriously and the other person's like, come on.
I mean, it's kind of been like that for everyone in general, or for me, because me and my friends have taken it seriously, and then people like my mom and in these anti-maskers and stuff, like, they don't care.
Right. It's so strange to me. But I know I was going overboard, man. Like, we would get takeout and I would use I wouldn't eat out of the takeout box. I'm just like, no, what if there's COVID on this? So we would like, Christina would hold the takeout box, or I would, and the other one would, with tongs or a spatula or something, we would like get our food out, put it on a plate. We'd like serve ourselves, wash our hands immediately afterwards. Like, anytime we got like Topo Chico from a place that we'd go to or whatever, like, we'd have to put it in cups. I wasn't going to drink it out of the bottle. Like, I was super hyper cautious, and I didn't really think, I knew it was overboard, but I didn't really think much of it until the fucking snowstorm happened and we had to go to Christina's cousin's place. And one night we got takeout. We got like Chinese, and I went to go pick it up. And I was already stressed out just having to go pick up the food. Like, just having to go anywhere. I was stressing out. So they already saw a little bit of that, where I was just like, man, like,
right.
when I called to order, it sounded like there was like, it was like New Year's Eve going on in the background. I'm like, dude, there are so many people at this restaurant. Because imagine, like, after the snowstorm, not a lot of places were open to get food.
Yeah, right.
So the restaurants that got fucking
they were packed.
Slammed, dude. Yeah. So this Chinese restaurant was popping. It was a fucking party, and I heard it when I called in, and immediately was just like, God damn it, now I don't want to go pick it up because there's going to be a shit ton of people there, and I'm going to be fucking scared.
Yeah.
But anyway, when we came back and her cousin and her cousin's husband like saw the way that we were like serving the food, and we were like, and it's messy. Of course, like, I'm getting like fried rice with a fucking spatula and trying to put it onto a plate. Like, so I'm making a mess. Yeah. And they were like, they looked at me like I was insane. And I don't blame them, but like, Christina fucking, she was bought in, dude. She didn't she just looked at them and she was like, yeah, this is how we do it. Like, Lucas doesn't like to eat out of the thing, so we just serve ourselves. And they were like, okay. And, like, Christina like had my fucking back on it. She didn't try and be like, I know, like, this is how we like to do it, or like fucking, ridicule me or anything. Like, but that was the first moment in the last year that A, I've been around people, and B, they saw me serving the takeout like that. And I was just like, oh yeah, I think I forgot how extra this is.
Well, I'm not gonna penalize you for being so cautious. It's like, I wish I could be as cautious, but I work a job in a warehouse full of people, and so do my friends. So it's kind of like we don't really have that freedom of safety to just like work from our houses. When it first started, our friend was working at Whataburger, right? And we lived with them. And so, like, it's kind of,
it's inevitable.
Silly. Yeah.
It's inevitable at that point, dude. That sucks too. That's just like, it was kind of the same thing with me. Like, at the time when everything started, I was living with two of my friends. One of them only worked with a couple people in Luling, And Luling, I don't even think has any COVID cases, or they probably do, but they didn't for a long time. So like they're just a little town. But my other buddy worked at the coffee roaster that Michael works at fucking Third Coast. So like he was going to work every day with at least 10 people, and he would come back home, and I'm just like, it's just a matter of fucking time. Like it is just a matter of time at this point. And
man.
And they haven't had a problem, which is awesome. But yeah, dude, that was hard living with people that I was like, I can't control what y'all do. Like,
yeah,
fuck.
You know, and like, yeah, it was rough.
Too many variables, man. I like more controls in my experiments.
I want to tell you, when the pandemic started, my dad and you know, his wife were very, very cautious. Like they would get groceries delivered, and then they would like sanitize all the groceries before touching them.
That was such a bitch. I hated doing that.
But my stepmom would soak her phone in bleach. And eventually it broke.
Yeah, dude.
Because she was soaking it in bleach.
Why not just spray it down?
Just like spray it, or just like quick wipe it or something. But like,
dude, I cleaned my phone every day too.
Oh, man.
But I sprayed it. I sprayed it with a thing and then immediately wiped it down. Like she just fucking dunked it. Like she was fucking.
Her words. She soaked it in bleach.
Oh
I don't know what
God.
that means. I don't know if there was a bleach jar that she just dunked it in.
Yeah, sounds like it.
But.
And she was like, I replace the bleach every time. I don't trust it. Yeah, you know, it's good to hear that, honestly, because I have felt like a fucking psycho for the last year, and it's good to hear that other people were like doing ridiculous shit like I was.
Yeah, man. Well, like at the start when we didn't really know what this thing was or how deadly or how it spread, it was scary. It was a scary time.
Super fucking scary. It was definitely a lot of moments of just like, dude, is this what life is like now? Like we just can't go anywhere. Like we're not gonna be able to do anything. Like it was really scary. And first time going to the store, and seeing everyone in masks, I started fucking crying, dude.
Dude, I remember when we were first just starting to wear masks, and you told me that like you would see people on the street and they would wear masks and you would get kind of mad because, you know, like it was like maybe they were sick or something, and there was a weird kind of, because Americans never really use masks for anything except for doctor, hospital stuff. People in Japan, like if they get sick, they'll put on a mask and they'll just go about their day. That's why you kind of see it in, you know, anime and manga and stuff like that.
And all those fucking pandemic movies.
And all those pandemic movies. And so it was just kind of weird when Americans started doing it, because like,
yeah, we don't know what it means.
Yeah, you put it on and you immediately kind of judge the person with the mask on like you're hiding something, or you know, you have the coronavirus. Don't get
near
me,
it's like, get the fuck away from me. Yeah. When I saw someone wearing a mask, I'm just like, dude, that means you're sick. Get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
But it was the same thing like growing up. Anytime I traveled, fucking, you know, I still thought it until this fucking pandemic happened. But it was anytime I traveled and I saw someone wearing a mask at the airport, I'm just like, fucking stay away from that person. Like, who knows what the fuck they got.
But it makes it so crazy now that we would just like go into work with like a cold or something, you know, and we wouldn't wear a mask or anything.
And that's part of the culture in general, is going to work sick. It's just like, stay the fuck home. Why do you want me to come here sick?
Ugh,
it makes no sense. And now I'm upset.
Well, you know what else is sick, Lucas? What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the EBP cast. And that is short for what?
The Earbuds Podcast.
That's right. This is a podcast where we talk about very good albums as very good friends, and we do it for a very good amount of time, I'd say. We are the odd couple of podcasts, and unfortunately nobody calls us the pod. April Fools, I got you. Everybody calls us the pod couple of oddcasts. Every single person that I've ever met calls us the pod couple of oddcasts.
My mom is saying it's getting weird.
It's getting a little freaky.
I like it though.
I can't hate it.
Yeah.
This is a great episode we got for y'all. We have Unlocked by Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats. Y'all, I am so excited. This is a pre-pandemic album. This came out in like February 2020.
I didn't realize it was that new.
Yeah. I remember when it came out, I saw a YouTube video of Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats, and it just said Unlocked, and it was basically a visual album, a bunch of music videos for every song.
Yeah, that's dope. I still haven't seen it. I read that on the Wikipedia, and I want to see it. It's like they're calling it a short film.
Oh yeah, dude. Man, you didn't watch it?
Nah, dog. I didn't, dude. I can't really understate how little research I do for this podcast. It really is just like bare min. Maybe not bare min, but I'm not doing much. But I do plan on watching the video eventually.
Okay, I'll make it up for you.
Yeah, I figured you would.
The video, every song has a music video, all in different styles. Like one of the music videos will be in the style of Junji Ito, which is a Japanese horror manga artist.
Ooh.
And one of the styles is like Robot Chicken with the stop motion
claymation shit,
action figures. And
so it's all animated though.
Yes, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's all animated in one way or another, probably by different artists, maybe different studios. And honestly, some of them kind of look a little cheap.
Yeah.
But I mean, like commissioning that many music videos animated is crazy. So
they didn't get their money back for that shit. That's just something they did because they wanted to.
But you know what? They got my respect. They got my full seal of approval. This came out, and this is still my favorite record of Denzel and Kenny.
Man, it is. I haven't heard a lot of Kenny's shit, man, but the beats on this fucking record, dude,
these are his best beats by far, in my opinion.
They're so fucking good. Like they're so like, because Denzel is very hype, right? Like a lot of his stuff is hype, and this has a really cool balance of like hype, but with like you can still just sit there and just like bob your head to it and just chill, and it's like just appreciates all the things that are going on in the beats too. And dude, I can't believe that I read somewhere that some fucking guy from Pitchfork said that these beats are quote unquote like his laziest stuff that he's written. It sounded that he said all the beats, like Denzel's killing it, but all the beats sound like they were like in Kenny's fucking backlog that he was like, yeah, whatever, I got these fucking 7 beats.
Come on.
These beats sound like they were made for this record to me. Like it does not sound like these were like backup beats at all.
No. These beats are great, man. And like it's kind of weird to say that because Kenny makes like a lot of trap music.
Yeah,
I listen to artists.
Yeah.
And like that's the stuff that to me sounds the same. That's just because I'm not very well versed in trap at all, and that's just my ignorance. But these,
I
don't know, man. These are cool beats. There's a reason they. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Keep going. What did you hear?
There's a reason they released an instrumental version of this album.
Yeah, for sure. Like
it's because there's substance there.
I want Kenny to do shit like this moving forward, where he does like one album with a specific artist. It looks like he's done that a few times, maybe.
Yeah.
But also put out just beats. And like there's my favorite producer is called Alchemist. He like works with Action Bronson,
right?
Bunch of other guys, Freddie Gibbs, Schoolboy Q, and he doesn't. Like Schoolboy usually uses that kind of trappy type beats, and Freddie Gibbs also kind of does the trappy type stuff. But whenever they go with Alchemist, they're doing his beats, and Alchemist does like very specific style of beats.
Yeah.
And if Kenny Beats does all his shit like this, I want to listen to albums of just that.
What was that? What was that album with Alchemist and Freddie Gibbs? It was like Papa Stroni or something. Papa Leone.
It was definitely it was Alfredo.
Alfredo. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
What was it?
I've-
Fucking linguine.
Linguine, lasagna.
Yeah, that was fucking great, man. That was a great album.
I've heard a lot of people say it's one of the better rap albums of 2020.
I would agree.
It was
like,
2020, right?
Yeah, yeah. It came out last year. That's the thing with Alchemist too, is that he'll put out like 4 or 5 albums a year. 3 of them will be
Dude doesn't
instrumentals.
stop.
Yeah, 3 of them are instrumentals. 2 of them are just fucking, collaborating with one specific artist, and it's all pretty fire, dude. He works with some really good MCs. But yeah, Kenny's beats on this record go from like they go from like kind of futuristic, like almost like Deltron 3030 style beats,
Yeah.
and then like boom bap like 90s, and then he'll do like the trip hop like stripper hip hop beats shit too, and it's all fucking good.
There's a good range here with all the beats, and they'll go like kind of weird, not psychedelic, but
Pretty
just
trippy.
they'll go to odd, trippy spaces.
Lots of cool
and-
synth, lots of like electronic bass.
And if you've ever watched The Den or The
I
Cave,
haven't. I want to now though, because I read about it.
oh, dude, you gotta check it out. It's Kenny Beats brings on different rappers, and he makes a beat in like an hour, and they do a freestyle over it, right?
That's such a
it's-
cool idea.
It's so cool because you get to see these rappers. You kind of see how it all works, right? You kind of see them get to bully Kenny, which is always funny.
Has anyone ever been a dick on there, or is it always just like good vibes?
Yeah, a couple people have been kind of. Vince Staples was. I feel like he was going a bit hard on Kenny. Like, I don't know their relationship though. Lil Yachty was, I think, one of the only rappers who came in. Lil Yachty brought his whole gang, and he brought,
Jesus.
I think, his personal producer, right? And so the producer and Kenny were working on this beat together, and Lil Yachty just left, came back, listened to the beat. He's like, nah, I ain't doing this. This isn't it. And it's like one of the only times that Kenny made a beat that the rapper just like refused to rap on.
Wow. Sorry, Little Yachty, you're just lucky to be here.
Dude, Lil Yachty is an enigma to me. I don't know how that dude is still so relevant, honestly.
Is he?
He is.
At this point, after 2020, is he still relevant?
Well, I mean, it's hard to tell at this point because, like, what is relevant in 2020, 2021 when no one's touring and
Yeah, true. I know that he put out his like 3rd record, I think, last year. But dude, I've never been impressed with him. He sounds like he has a mouthful of marbles.
yeah, I don't know about Yachty in his have you heard like I like Minnesota, go like Minnesota?
Nah, dude.
No?
Any song that I put on by him, it lasts about like 45 seconds before I turn it off and go to the next one, because it's just all of it sounds like I'm just like, I can't understand what he's saying. It sounds almost like a joke. Like his voice is so low and monotone, it almost sounds like a fucking joke.
Well, in any case,
Now I'm upset again.
The Cave, I'm pretty sure it's called The Cave.
The Cave, yeah, not the
It's
Den.
great, man. My favorite episodes are Thundercat, Doja Cat.
Okay.
No other cats. Crap. The one with I forget. It's like the most famous episode. I can't remember. Is it Jesus is the one? Zach Fox.
Okay.
Those are my favorite episodes. You should definitely check it out. He's got some big people on there. He's got JPEG Mafia does one. He's got, Vince Staples does one. Earth Gang.
Oh, Earth Gang's my shit.
Yeah, dude. He's got some big people on there. It's like, how do you know all these guys? Slow Tie.
Dude, he's Kenny Beats, man. He's working with some big names at this point.
Yeah, but it's just so weird because his first project, I think, as a producer was with this artist named Key. Mm-hmm. It's like, who's that? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I put it on a playlist earlier. I haven't listened to it yet, but I saw it. I never heard of him either.
But
I saw
he's
a
getting up there, man.
yeah, for sure, man. If a lot of his stuff is like this record, then he deserves to get more attention and get bigger names on there and shit. Like, and I think I inadvertently saw one episode of that, but it wasn't. It was like an episode of another show that happened on the Cave. It's
like a commercial bump or something.
No, it's a show with this chef that I like a lot called Matty Matheson, and he has. Do you know Benny Blanco? He's another producer, songwriter.
Sounds a bit familiar, but no, I don't know.
Well, Benny Blanco and Matty Matheson got a show together where they were just like doing really random stuff, and it was a YouTube show that they did together. They're hilarious together, and one of the episodes they went to an episode of the Cave, and they did an episode of the Cave with Matty doing a freestyle. And Matty was horrible, and Kenny looked like visibly like upset. He like trusts Benny Blanco because this dude's worked with like Beyonce and shit, and then Benny brings him fucking Matty Matheson who can't sing. He doesn't know how to rhyme. They were just like, dude, just come up with a rhyme, and he like couldn't do it. And they're just like, do you know how to rhyme?
Oh man, I need to watch that episode.
I'll try and find a link for you. It was I didn't realize that that's what I was watching until you started telling me about the show. I'm like, oh, dude, I have seen an episode of that.
Yeah.
Not surprised Kenny didn't put it on his own channel though.
I can't wait to watch it regardless.
It's great.
But getting into the album, man. What was your? I think I listened to it when it came out, and a couple months later, I recommended it to you for your album of the day.
Yep.
And what was your what did you think about it, man?
Man, yeah, when I listened to it for my album of the day, I fucking loved it. I had not really heard anything by Denzel at that point except his Bulls on Parade cover on Like a Version.
Really?
Yeah. I'd heard a little bit from my friend Fernando, but he just put it on one time when we were driving around. He's just like, dude, there's this guy Denzel, fucking awesome. And I was like, all right. And I was listening to it and I was like, wasn't into it at the time. And I think it was like 2015, 2016 when he showed me. And I was just like, all right, cool. Like, whatever. Yeah, it's cool. And then we, I've kind of moved on. But then you recommended this one. And kind of, for some reason, coming from you, I was just like, okay, this dude doesn't listen to a lot of hip hop. He's recommending this album. It must be good. Like, the other hip hop album that you recommended to me, I liked a lot too, Brockhampton.
Yeah. Right.
This one was, I really, really fucking like this album, dude. I think, like, it has a mixtape feel.
Like Frederick Douglass, it's time to pick my brain apart. Looking at the menu, motherfucker, I'm a man with art.
Which I like a lot. Like, I haven't heard mixtapes in a long time.
Yeah.
And I like that they were instrumental tracks, like, in between a few of the songs. This is only 17 minutes long, this whole episode, or this whole
it's
record.
7 tracks, I believe, or 8.
7, I think it's, I think it's 8 tracks.
Yeah, it's 8, and 2 of them, track 1 and track 7, are kind of like, track 1's an intro, 7's kind of an intermission before the last song.
Yeah, it's an intermission.
It's like kind of a weird placement.
Like a 2-minute little instrumental part where they just take some samples of other songs on the record and just put those lines over it and stuff. And it's, that they gave it a very mixtape feel to me, and it is a vibe I like. I love mixtapes, and I just hadn't heard one in a long time. But I love that it's like every song is like 2.5 minutes long, and they're all fucking strong, dude. There's not one weak song on this record.
Yeah, I think so as well. That's why it was so hard for me to pick choice nugs for this one. It was kind of decided on which ones had the like iconic lines and in my favorite beats, and how else do you decide what your favorite rap song is, I guess. But
yeah, good point. But it is super hard to decide, man. It's
so incredible, man.
It's really impressive, dude. And apparently they did it in 3 days.
Yeah, I heard that this entire record is Denzel freestyling.
No.
Straight up.
Dude, that's unbelievable if that's true.
it's insane because this is some good, like, I knew you'd like this record because this is some braggadocious stuff right here.
And the wordplay is fucking like next level, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
Talking about like and the subject matter, right? Like I love like he talks about video games and comic books and like classic rap references and anime shit and action movies. It's like all my shit.
He goes all over the place and he just pulls references out of nowhere. And I don't know, man. It's cool stuff to get into. You get into the lyrics and you're like, oh, I had no idea that was like a reference to something.
Dude, it's yeah, for sure, right? Like going through Genius, you're just like all the annotations, which are pretty cool because some of them are by Denzel.
Yeah, he did a Genius episode.
Yeah, I think
with,
about diet.
Diet.
Yeah. Which is one of my choices.
Me too.
Yeah, and I think it was my choice, Snug, when I listened to it last year too. Yeah, dude. I mean, literally in the first song, like he'll go from talking about Frederick Douglass to Sun Tzu to Drake to like
and that's in the first like 3 lines.
Yeah, and in the chorus, he's referencing Bubba Sparks and Kali Ma, the fucking bad guy, or I don't know if it's a bad guy, but it's a reference to Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom.
Yeah,
I'm just like it's kind of like Action Bronson, where Denzel. It's not just how good he is. His delivery is so fucking cool. The aggression in his delivery is just,
yeah.
I'll just fucking gobble that shit up all day. And
oh, dude, you watched the episode with Denzel Curry, the cave episode with Denzel Curry. That dude doesn't stop.
Man, he really impressed me.
Also, one of my favorite episodes.
That's the first one I'm going to watch for sure. But he really impressed me with his Bulls on Parade cover. He can scream like a motherfucker, man.
Dude, he gets so hyped, and you could see he is so into it in these songs.
Yeah.
I looked at a couple live videos. You would have no idea that this is the same guy writing these albums. Like, if you listen to Taboo and then you went to a Denzel Curry show, you would have no idea what's going on.
Is his demeanor totally different?
Yeah, because like on Taboo, it's a lot of kind of low key trap stuff.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard Taboo yet.
It's got Clout Cobain. He's like, I'm gonna kill myself. They just want to kill myself. And Black
Jesus.
Balloons, which it's kind of chill. And then you go to the show and he's like screaming, he's bouncing up and down. I saw a show where he covered Chop Suey by System of a Down.
Ooh.
Which is like, yeah, I'd love to watch Denzel Curry cover Chop Suey.
Fuck yeah, dude. I bet he does a killer cover of that.
He only did like half of the song, which is, disappointing, but like he was into it,
It's interesting too, man. He seems like a really interesting dude because I've seen interviews with him and like that manga Japanese food show that he did that was really interesting on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he seems so chill. And then his music is fucking angry and aggressive, and his like he sounds so fucking mad on a lot of these songs. Or just cool. It's like he's either mad or just fucking cool as shit. But yeah, it's like I was saying earlier too. It's like, it's not just like his delivery, and his wordplay, but it's the shit that he talks about that makes me like him so much. Like, same with Action Bronson. It's just like, y'all are just talking about all this shit that I like, and it makes me like him even more. Because there's so many times with rappers that I don't understand what they're talking about. I don't connect with the gunplay stuff and the trap house stuff and selling drugs and shit. Like, that's what so much rap content is about.
Yeah, and myself included in that. I've never experienced anything close to that, so that's why I usually just appreciate rap for what it is. Like, I don't try to connect to it or anything. I still love To Pimp a Butterfly, even though 0% of it is related to me.
Yeah, you've never pimped a butterfly.
I've tried. Never successful.
They can't be controlled, dude.
It's so hard to catch them.
They're free spirits.
Their little wings.
But yeah, I mean, like, it goes from like he talks about gunplay on this too, like, but not nearly. It's such a small percentage of like what his content is about. And then, you know, he'll do references to fucking Indiana Jones. And I'm just like, I get that. I like that. It makes me like you.
Yeah, man. I like just the fact that he's an anime nerd is so cool to me.
Very cool.
As an anime nerd, and I'll see some of his references sometimes, and he just references the stuff he likes in his music, man. And it feels like sometimes rappers just stick to, I don't know, what everyone else says, and they never really put their personality into it.
Yeah, I feel I don't know if it's true, but I feel like rappers rap about things that they think people want them to rap about.
I mean, yeah, that's rap is kind of the mainstream music right now. And so when you make mainstream music, you make music that you think people are going to want to hear, you know?
Yeah, I just don't know why I'd want to listen to a rap song about where a lot of the lines are about you fucking my girlfriend. That seems to be a repeated thing. It's a trend, and I don't like it.
And I mean, I think Denzel still does that, you know, from time to time, but if this is all freestyle, it's kind of crazy how creative he is, you know, and what he pulls from.
I can't believe this is freestyle, dude. If it is, like, Denzel is one of the greatest to me now.
I honestly think he could be one of the greatest rappers of all time, man. I think he has the potential to really land himself in that Hall of Fame if he keeps going, if he makes, you know, if he really puts his all into an album. Not that I don't think that he's like half-baked any of these albums or anything, you know, but I think one like masterpiece album that's going to do it.
Yeah, he needs like he just needs more like commercial success. Like he needs to have like you said, like a breakout hit, because he's legitimately one of the best I've heard of this generation of rappers, for sure. Like he's, after listening to more of his stuff in the last year, like he's up there with Action Bronson, and Action's my favorite rapper.
Yeah.
And Denzel's quickly becoming one of my favorites. Like between this album and 32 Zell, which is another kind of shorter EP. Holy shit, man. It's all good.
Dude, I'm so mad at myself that I didn't get a chance to listen to that before recording this episode.
That's a hype one to me, dude. And it's he's just rapping about shit that I'm just like, yes, I know what you're talking about, and I like it. I like all of it.
I did listen to Zoo and Taboo and 13, which are, you know, just whatever albums and stuff. Zoo is my favorite of those, but this is still my favorite of his discography.
I need to listen to Zoo. That one looks like, just from the cover alone, it'd be like an old school rap album.
Yeah, it's kind of old school. It's got these, Zoo especially, he has a lot of these catchy choruses, you know, that stick in your head and you can't get them out, followed by these great verses. I don't know how to describe rap albums, but
dude, I think a really important thing with rap is the producers that they work with. So like that shows Denzel's like taste of like the quality of stuff that he's going to put out. Is like all of the beats that he uses. He doesn't always work with Kenny Beats, and all the beats that he's used that I've heard, I fucking love. And they're probably all different producers, you know?
Yeah.
So that's like a sign of quality of someone when they have good taste, I feel like the quality of like art that they're going to create, if they have good taste, is probably going to be pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, for sure. And that they're confident enough that they're not going to stick with this one producer that they know they're going to do well with. They're ready to go with someone else on it, you know, on a dime.
Yeah, which is interesting because that apparently is as part of the story of this album being made is I think it was Denzel's current producer, like a couple of years before this got made or something, like said, "Hey, I think you and Kenny should work together." And then they meet up and Denzel like doesn't like the beats or something. He was just like, "Nah, I don't want to do this." And then he got mad because Kenny used one of the beats that was supposed to be for Denzel for another person. And then Denzel heard the song and he was like, "What the fuck, man? Like you just gave away my beat, blah, blah, blah." So they had like a weird beef for a while before hooking up again.
Yeah. Well, Yeah, they it's a very odd story, and right before they shot the episode of The Cave that they did, they kind of called each other and they squashed the beef. And I think that episode is like a day after they talked everything out. And then to
Wow.
promote this album, they actually started a fake beef on Twitter with each other.
That's awesome.
They were like going back and forth, and they promoted the album, and it worked. Like, people paid attention.
That's genius, dude.
Dude.
That's like like
Like, people do that all the time, you know, but it works.
yeah, that's fucking hilarious, man. It was crazy to hear that because, you know, you listen to this album and it sounds like they're both into it. You know, like it sounds like they're both working hard on it. So it's just like it's weird to find out that they were like didn't like each other for a while.
Yeah, because they seem like I don't know, they're very in sync with what they're trying to do, with their theme, with their moods that they're creating.
Yeah, Denzel sounds like he's having fun. So you're like, oh, these are like just two dudes, just two friends hanging out in the studio writing a badass EP.
Yeah, and they kind of pushed each other. Like, Kenny would make some weird stuff, and Denzel would try to go with it.
That's
you know?
cool, man.
And
That'd be so fun to just have the studio time to just fuck around all night.
dude, I've you know, we all want to be freestyle rappers. We all want to be rappers. I've wanted so bad. I just can't do it, you know, for a lot of reasons. But I just want to get in the studio and just like, yeah.
I mean, I want to be a producer. I want to be Kenny Beats. So I'm just like, give me all your equipment. Give me a studio.
Dude, you be Kenny Beats, I'll be Denzel. Let's get this thing rolling.
We can at least do it for Halloween. You can get some dreads and a nose ring.
I think I have some face paint. There's some like black face paint at Party City.
That's
I think I could get that.
Don't do that part.
Huh?
Don't do the skip the paint, but do the dread. You are. I know.
But do the.
I know
the
you already
dreads are
have
fine.
dreads and a
Yeah,
nose ring.
I mean,
like, so
You noticed?
No, I mean like
I've been growing it out.
I know you got dreads somewhere around the house. Hopefully that doesn't get lost in the move.
Yeah, I mean, no, don't worry. That's in my top priority of things to move.
Do you ever have like?
First, it's.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say first it's the computer, then the dreads, then the bed. You know.
Yeah, make sure the dreads are somewhere in there so you don't forget them.
Yeah.
You got to put them before something else. But did you ever have like a fake earring or a fake piercing?
No, I've kind of wanted to get one just to see how it'll look, but I've never. Have you?
I mean, I don't. I'm pretty sure I had like magnetic earring, like one of those like fake plugs, at one point before I got real plugs. But that was like a thing growing up. That was like I wanted a nose ring or an eyebrow ring or whatever, and I just never got like a fake one from those little like 25-cent dispensers.
Yeah.
But always wanted one. So you got to get one. You got to just get one of those fake nose rings.
Where do I get those? Do I like Blazer laser tag? Like, do I gotta?
Yeah, you can find one on the ground of any fucking gaddies. If you win 25 tickets, you can probably get one at a Chuck E. Cheese.
You know, Chuck E. Cheese is where I got my dreads.
Dude, that must have been a shit ton of tickets.
It was, man. I did the little Busy Bee net game like 10 times for that, dude. It took like 100 tickets.
Plus, you had to like give him a 10 or 20.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did have to bribe the dude. I was like, I know this isn't enough, but maybe Mr. Jackson can convince you otherwise.
Mr. Reggie Jackson. Pass him a fake 20.
This is my dollar that I made.
This is a bona fide Brett buck.
Those are worth 100 real life bucks, according to me. I'm trying to get that started.
Trying to get a new currency going.
Yeah, it's like Bitcoin, but like more physical. You'll see. It'll come around. Brett coin.
Yeah. Dude, to get back to this album for once, fucking Diet is one of our choices, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I love the chorus so much. It's like, this is like a party song.
It's weird because he delivers it like a party song, but the beat itself doesn't seem like it would really be able to be at a party, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It's got the deep fucking 808 bass though.
Yeah. It's got the it's got the part where Denzel's basically he's been possessed by the ghost of DMX.
Yes, dude.
You know?
I mean,
get money from a shot, then deposit it.
Your show's got no hoes. I acknowledge it. Like,
I acknowledge it. I also love that line that like he can, recognize and kind of diss on himself.
Your show's got no hoes. I acknowledge it.
I saw an interview where he was like addressing that line. I think it was on Genius. He was like, "Yeah, man, listen to my music. Like, no girls are gonna be into that."
Yeah,
like it's just dudes at my shows.
he annotated that line on Genius, and he's like, there was a while my shows didn't have no hoes because all my shows it's just Rager and stuff like that. So he said it didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't until he came out with like Clout Cobain and Black Balloons, like those songs you already mentioned, that like more women started going to his shows. More of a slower stuff, I guess.
Yeah, slower, kind of more trap friendly.
One man, Ichiban, fresh out of Japan, do as I command.
Oh, dude, I love that line. Ichiban, dude. That's Japanese for like number one.
Dude, he's such
just showing what a weeb this guy is.
Yeah. And I love like I told him, please go to church and please get on a diet.
Please get on a diet.
Yeah, this song is so fucking hype, dude. Your show's got no hoes.
But like, it's weird because it starts off pretty chill. Pamela Anderson, Pam Grier. The man's here. No fear. Came through with no tears.
Yeah.
I don't cry. Matter of fact, I don't lie like a bedside.
It's so good.
And then it just like, I think he just gets more excited. And then he transforms into DMX for the chorus.
It's like halfway through the verse, he starts getting into it. They're like, Finito, I got New Jersey's like I was a Guido. The ego, gotta be
that's a great line
if you want
too.
a free throw. Like,
it's the tyrant, the titan, the ochre, the lycan, the vampire taking over empire.
Dude, I'm seriously, if he's just coming up with that shit on the spot, that is just so badass.
If the game was a tooth, I'm a fucking pair of pliers. Like, as a white dude who is not super into the rap scene, I don't think I know exactly what a freestyle is. Right? Because there's no way he's just going in the booth and he's just got nothing prepared and he's doing this. I think it's just that the dude's writing the beat and he just writes fresh stuff.
Yeah, see, that's different to me. Like, if you're just going into the booth and you got nothing on the brain and you're just like, all right, put on a beat. And you hear it once and you go, all right, let's do it. And you fucking go in. Like, that's insane if he did that with these songs.
I don't think that's what it means when they say it's a freestyle.
If he's sitting there and he's like writing it down, listening to the beat and everything, that's still impressive. Obviously, I mean, the wordplay and the alliteration and the rhyming and shit, like those inner rhymes and stuff, like, yeah, it's so impressive. And the referencing, being able to like put so many references in there are like, it's impressive no matter what. But yeah. For me to write something like this, it would take months.
Yeah, I've tried on several occasions to write a rap song, and it just like I just don't have the brain for it, man. And also, I'm not a huge lyric guy, and rappers are only lyrics.
Some are.
Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah, some are all flair, no fucking substance.
We're not talking about like Young Thug or anything,
Yeah, or DaBaby.
DaBaby.
Fucking DaBaby. What a joke.
Dude, I love DaBaby.
Really? I can't stand him, dude.
Dude, he's just kind of a dumb dude.
He sounds dumb.
That's why I think it's funny.
Yeah, it's just
and Smoke Perp.
See,
have you heard of that guy?
That's like below a level I can't get to. Smoke Perp and Lil Yachty, and there's like a level of rappers that I would even put below DaBaby, and he's one of them, dude. I can't even give him the time of day.
Shawty got the fatty.
Dude, he's a interesting fucking guy, man.
Smoke Perp?
Yeah. No, man. Who am I thinking of? It's not Smoke Perp. It's a dude who like wears like he gets like press on nails and shit now, and he's like Lil Pump.
Lil Pump.
Lil Pump is the guy that I thought you were talking about because Smoke Perp is just straight up looks like he took remedial classes his entire life. But Lil Pump just looks like a dude who, is pretty smart about his business, but he's just trying to, make as much money as possible. So he was he started supporting Trump when Biden's tax plan came out. And it's just like, dude, you're like literally for the money, you're just going to support this fucking massive piece of shit. And then he went to a Trump rally and spoke at it. And Trump introduced him as my friend, rapper Lil Pimp. And that fucking idiot just went up there with a Trump hat on, didn't correct Trump at all. Just said like, "What's up, everyone? Trump 2020, right?" And everyone starts cheering. He's just like, he's just such a fucking idiot. But anyway, yeah.
In any case, what was your other choice, Nug?
Dude, like you said, it was pretty hard to pick. It was really between Cosmic and Layup, but I think I went with Layup. I like Layup a lot.
I think Layup is one of the shorter tracks, right?
Yeah, Layup is it's less than 2 minutes.
Which I think the average length for these tracks is about 2 to 2.5 minutes, so that's not saying much.
Yeah, it's I think it's like 1:45. This one, but it reminds me a lot of like it sounds like a Kendrick beat that Kendrick would use.
Yeah, a little. It's kind of got a moody vibe about it.
For sure. It's got that synthesizer kind of soundscape thing going on in the background where there's not really notes playing, but there's just this sound happening. Kind of gives it like an industrial sound.
Yeah.
It sounds like what you would hear in like an abandoned fucking warehouse or something. It's just like this like metallic kind of sound that really reverb in the back. But it's cool too because it goes from kind of like a stripped down verse, and then once the chorus comes in, I think that's when the bass starts hitting.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like when they hold off on the bass a little.
Denzel's got a thing for hooks too, man.
He's so good at writing a hook.
Like he just, I don't know, he could just come up with them off the top of his head. It seems it's just catchy. He knows how to deliver it. Sorry, I do not wait up. Ball just like a layup. Till it's lay down.
Yeah. On one hand, I'm a pharaoh. On the other hand, I'm a dildo. And I always thought he used to say dildo there, and it confused me.
On the other hand, I'm dildo.
On the other hand, I'm a dildo. And I love the GTA reference. The Franklin's on me, Los Santos. Diamonds on me, no Thanos. Too smooth like Lando. Like fucking GTA, Avengers, and Star Wars. Like 3 lines in a row that I'm just like, God damn, dude, just take all my money.
Why do I got to go on tour to show I'm going through stages?
What a great fucking line, right?
That's a great line.
What a great line, dude. That wordplay.
I wonder if he'd been saving that one because, like, I don't know.
But then he has one surfboard body ass boy with your fish tits. He's great at talking shit, like, man. He's up there with LP and fucking
dude, for sure. He could talk shit. He can brag till the cows come home.
Yeah, he's a braggadocious guy. It's the only thing with this song though is it's kind of hard to tell the difference between the verse and the chorus. Like the chorus in terms of music.
Right. Yeah.
So it just kind of seems like the same beat for like 2 minutes, and he just happened to write a great hook. So he goes to it twice, and that's where you know the chorus is. But
right.
The shit talking, that's a great shit talking song. Layup. I love the electro bass. Is that an 808? The bass stuff?
I
don't know what
an 808
is.
I couldn't tell you. It's an 808 is like an electric drum patch, I think.
So it doesn't do that super low bass shit. That's not an 808. That's like a synthesizer.
I think that's a synth.
Okay.
I could be wrong though. I don't know anything about that.
You could tell me anything and I'd believe it. Because I don't know anything about it.
It's how many dollars you give your best friend Brett on his birthday.
Dude, I got $100 Brett bucks with your name on it.
Oh, dude, that's like $10,000 in real money.
That's 10,000 Lucas liras.
Liras.
Yeah, my money's only exchangeable in Italy. Yeah,
That's unfortunate.
it causes some complications.
Right.
What was your other choice, Nug?
It was Take It Back.
Dude, I almost went with that one too. Like you said, it's hard to pick. I feel like Diet is an obvious one, right?
I mean, yeah, that's like Diet. He shows his whole range. He goes hard.
So hard.
He has some great lines.
But then everything else is on the same level, right? So it's just like, damn, like how do you pick another one? Yeah, Take It Back is a great song.
Dude, I like the beginning where it kind of has that. It almost sounds like a bit of a weird guitar or a synth or something. It's such a cool way to start off this song, I think. And when the drums come in, Patriarch of the Zoo shit.
Yeah, dude. Tried to sue this. We end up on some Sun Tzu shit. Yeah. Yeah, this is some major rhyming going on this song.
I don't got candy, but I'll turn your head to gushers.
I had to write that one down, dude. I love that line.
Dude, like, and like, there's a lot of stuff on here I don't know. Like, I don't really know who Bubba Sparks is.
Oh no.
I think it was the dude. Was he the dude who did Drop It Like It's Hot? Am I thinking of the wrong person?
Drop It Like It's Hot is Snoop Dogg?
No, yeah. What am I thinking of?
Bubba Sparks was a white rapper. He did Ugly.
Miss New
New
Booty.
Booty.
That's the one I was thinking of. Drop It Like It's Hot. I can't believe myself.
Yeah, and I don't know.
But like, who's thinking about Bubba Sparks?
Yeah, especially the line,
you know what I'm saying?
Uglier than Bubba Sparks. It's like, damn, dude, you gotta...
Like, geez, man.
Yeah, call the guy out. He can't do anything about it.
Oh, and then the second half of the song does a switch up, right? Where it does like a sample of something, and then it goes to static, and then the beat changes, and Denzel's voice is suddenly modulated.
It's like chopped and screwed.
Kind of like he's like deeper.
Dude, yeah. Have you ever heard Chopped and Screwed?
No.
Oh, okay. It came out of Houston, but it's basically taking rap songs and slowing them down a lot, and to where the pitch is like that's what they sound like.
Right.
And that's what the half of the second verse is him sounding like kind of chopped and screwed, and the second half is like mouse voice.
Yeah, like like they were just like, how many ways can we change your voice for this song?
Dude, have you heard Quasimodo? He's another rapper.
Is that Madlib?
I think Madlib works with him. Like, I think he does his beats for him or something.
Like Lord Quaz?
Yeah.
I think it's the same dude.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good.
He's got the high pitched voice for every song.
Yeah, every song he's rapping like this. Like, what it sounds like a baby robot. And that's what I felt like they were going for. That's just like, let's do like Chopped and Screwed, and let's do fucking Quasimodo after that.
Dude, I feel like there's a lot of Mad Villain influence on this record.
Yeah, I think they cited him as an influence on this one.
Yeah?
Yeah, Mad Villain, Wu-Tang, and one other thing. But it doesn't surprise me, man. You listen to it. At it's weird to think that Kenny Beats does mostly trap stuff, because so much of this was like boom bap stuff.
Yeah, or at least that's what I've seen on The Cave. I honestly haven't. I've tried to get into more of Kenny's stuff, but it hasn't really reached me like this album for some reason.
Hasn't resonated.
It hasn't resonated, but he's worked with people like Rico Nasty.
Which I love that record. I didn't know he produced that one. That was another one I listened to last year.
I've been meaning to listen to that one, man.
It's really fucking good, man. I don't even know who Rico Nasty is. I don't know how I stumbled upon it, but she has a song with Earth Gang on there that ended up being my favorite one. That's a really, really good record. And when I found out he did the beats, I'm just like, the beats were 90% of the reason I liked it.
Well, what, you didn't like Rico?
No, Rico's good. She's really good. She's talented. She can also write a really catchy hook. But dude, if the music's not there in hip hop, if the beat isn't there, then it doesn't matter how good the MC is.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it all starts with that.
It looks like it's so hard to find what stuff Kenny's worked on, but he's worked with Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, he came out with I mean, he came out with a album with O3 Greedo, which
Yeah.
has Freddie on it a couple times, if not once. But yeah, he has Vince Staples is on that one. Maxo Cream is on that record. Buddy, another guy I like, Buddy, and yeah, he's done stuff with him. He's done stuff with Key, like you said, and then like people I've never heard of: Hoodrich, Pablo Juan, Denzel.
I think he made a Foot Fungus for Ski Mask the Slump God. I don't know if you've heard that one.
Dude, Ski Mask is one that I haven't listened to yet, but I've heard a lot about.
That dude's a weirdo, man.
Yeah, I kind of haven't listened to him for that reason. He looks kind of like a weirdo.
But that's why he's cool. Though I haven't listened to too much of this stuff either.
Well, he's from Florida too. Maybe Denzel knows him.
Maybe, man.
Denzel's from Miami, I think.
So up when they released this album, they did a couple interviews and they said that they're gonna make like an Unlocked 2. So I've been waiting for that. I don't know if it's been delayed by the pandemic.
Well, there's an Unlocked 1.5 that just came out.
Yeah, I saw that, which is part of the reason why I wanted to do Unlocked this week, because that came out and it reminded me how much I love this EP.
Yeah, right? Yeah, and this it's what is it, like a remix album?
Yeah, it's a lot of remixes.
But it's cool. They got fucking Alchemist on one of the songs, which is awesome.
Of course.
Dude, Benny the Butcher he's fucking awesome if you haven't heard him. Smino is really good new R&B. Joey Badass is kind of in that same Denzel scene of some of the new MCs coming out that's not, lyrically frivolous. I'm going to check it out. I'm excited for that.
I mean, I checked out the record. It's pretty good. I like how these guys switched up the songs. I think I especially liked Cosmic and So Incredible. I think were a couple of my favorites, but it made me just really want to listen to the original.
Right? Yeah, man. When I saw that Alchemist and Benny the Butcher were on here and they were on two of my favorite songs, Cosmic and Diet, I'm just like, ooh, this is going to be a good remix album. I usually don't care about remix records.
Yeah, I don't either, but this one's about as long as the EP, so I thought I'd dive in and see what's up.
This is crazy that it's actually it's 4 minutes longer. So I guess there were other people that were just like, dude, I want just a little bit more.
It's like, come on, man.
Come on.
We can put a little more in there.
Oh man, one thing we didn't mention about this record is the album art, dude. How fucking dope is this art?
Oh, there's one of the dude.
It's like comic book graffiti.
You can tell this is all Denzel,
right?
Because, like, of course he would want this, where he's doing like a superhero squat with his fist glowing and a city in turmoil.
Yeah, I think in that Japanese food show I told you about, he mentioned that it's like that's his character from a manga that he's writing.
The guy on the cover of Unlocked?
Yeah. Like that's Denzel's like superhero character. It's either like I think he's either writing a comic book, a graphic novel, or a manga. I can't remember which one, but something that's illustrated, and that's like his character.
Better be a manga.
I think it's a manga because they were looking at mangas when he was talking about it. But yeah, I think it's like a character he created that he's writing.
Dude, I'm extremely hyped to check that out.
It's really if all the artwork in it looks like that too, that'd be so fucking awesome. Because this is like, yeah, it's like it looks like comic book, cell shaded superhero shit, but then in a graffiti style.
Yeah, it's kind of in a very very angular, very colorful. I don't know, man. I don't know how to describe it, but it looks really good. Do you know if Denzel is the artist?
Oh man, I don't. That'd be even more impressive if he can fucking draw or paint like this too. I don't know.
I feel like that was probably not.
I want to find out though. I just love the color palette too. It's like a lot of like purples and greens.
Yeah,
it's really cool. And apparently it's like an homage to a 90s hip hop record by a duo called Organized Confusion, which I'd never heard of. But it does look very similar. They're like, one of them has like fists that are kind of glowing green with this like smoke fire coming off their fists, and it looks like a similar idea. But yeah, man, the artwork is so dope.
Oh yeah, okay. Stress, the Extinction Agenda.
Yep, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like really similar. Well, but yeah, the Wikipedia doesn't say anything about the artwork. I wish it did.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, we can say something about our ratings of the album.
You wish.
That's what we can do. You didn't do it. You refuse to give this one a rating.
Nah,
is that what you're saying?
This episode's gonna last forever. I'm not rating shit.
Just gonna keep going. An episode can't end without a rating. You found the loophole.
That's right. I gotta keep you on. I can keep you on all day.
Well, I'm gonna give it a rating, and I'm gonna somehow find a way to force you to do it. I'm giving this one. It's somewhere. It's right between. I'm gonna give my first 3-digit ranking. It's an 8.95.
That is getting so extra at this point.
I think we should move on to 3-digit rankings, man. I think it's time.
Oh boy. All right, Brett, tell me why it isn't a 9.
Just because it's so short, man. I just wish there was more. Like, it's one of the few times that I've wished an album was longer.
Would you like it as much if they were more? You don't know.
I guess not, but if they're making fire like this, if there were like 3 or 4 more tracks that were like this, then I don't think I would hate it, you know?
That's true. But it's like we were talking about with Limp Bizkit. It's like that album would be so much better if like they removed like 4 songs. So if this ended up being like 16 tracks, because that's what like a usual hip hop record is, it's like there's gonna be some filler in there.
Yeah. And maybe with the way they were going about making this, you said they made it in 3 days, and Denzel's basically freestyling on the whole thing. Maybe they would have run dry with what was actually interesting for the tracks eventually.
True.
But maybe it's a good thing from the album that every time I finish it, I just want more.
I listened to it. This is the one I listened to the most out of any episode we've done so far. Because it's 17 minutes. It's almost bite size.
Yeah.
And today alone, I listened to it 3 times in a row. Because I was just like, I want to hear that again and read more of the lyrics. And after the second time, I was like, all right, one more time and I'm going to read the Wikipedia. So, yeah, it has a lot of replayability.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm just gonna boost it to a 9.0.
I did it.
you did it with your argument of replayability.
I did it. Yeah, man.
But that being said, I can't wait for Unlocked 2.
Yeah, I'm excited to listen to Unlocked 1.5 and definitely Unlocked 2 if they end up doing a full thing with new ones. That's gonna be dope. I'm definitely gonna give this a 9. Honestly, I can't find anything that I dislike about it, but it's hard for me to like give it such a high rating because it seems like I do that with a lot of the albums I like. It's like either a 7 or a fucking 9.8.
Well, because we bring on albums that we really like.
Yeah.
If someone else were bringing albums, our ratings would be a lot lower.
I mean, it's true. We've seen that happen already, but yeah, man, I think this is a 9 point. It's a near perfect record for me.
Well, I mean, I feel like I was a little hesitant to rate it higher, but just because it's just at the end of the day, it's just kind of a braggadocious record. It's not really saying very much, which is, I don't know.
I don't need hip hop to have a message. I just need them to talk about things that are interesting. Well, like I'm not going to walk away from a fucking Bush album and go, they didn't bring up enough issues. I'm just going to go, man, that fucking Glycerin song is fucking good. and just walk away from that. I mean, you know what? You used an extra decimal point, so you used my decimal point. So I'm not gonna give mine a decimal because I don't know what I'm gonna rate it higher than a 9. I can't give it a 10, but it would be a 9 point something. But you took my point, so I am forced to just have to give it a 9.
Yep, mine's a 9.02.
Oh yeah, you did 9. Oh, fuck, you changed your score. I'm still doing it. Yours is a 9.00 and mine's a 9, just a 9. Just a chill 9.
Well, with that, we're going back to 9.001.
Oh, fuck.
That's a 4-digit rate. Don't make me angry, Lucas. You won't like me when I'm angry.
You're taking my decimal from the next episode now.
Yeah. Well, thank you everybody for listening to this episode of the podcast. You can find us anywhere podcasts are found. We're also on Instagram. We post all the episodes as well as some miscellaneous stuff sometimes.
Sometimes I get bored and post a meme.
That's at EBP You can also find our personal Instagrams at Jean-Luc Guitard and Brett Hanrahan with 3 T's.
3 T's, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
2 T's was taken.
Of course. Dude, randomly enough, I'm listening to a podcast, and one of their go-to last names when they're trying to make up a name on the spot is Hanrahan. And it's been tripping me out every time it happens.
What?
Yeah. It's like the go-to for this one comedian on this podcast I listen to. And I'm just like, dude, he keeps saying Hanrahan. Like, who thinks of that name?
Literally, nobody can pronounce my last name correctly. They've never heard it. Whenever I say it, they look at me like I'm a ghost.
Dude.
It's not even that hard.
Preaching to the choir. Hanrahan is, like, easy to me. And Indrakov's is easy to me too.
I feel like Indrakov's doesn't have any tricky stuff on it. It just has like a V, which trips people up, I guess. I don't know.
You'd be amazed the pronunciations I've had on my name.
Indrikovs.
Indrikovis and Drikovis. I'm just like, y'all are literally adding letters.
Indrikovis.
Like people,
y'all are making it harder.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, it is phonetic. Do you know what phonetic means? It's like Hanrahan is phonetic. Hanrahan.
People are like, it's got a lot of A's. It's got 3 A's. Is that?
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
sorry.
Sorry, my last name's not Smith.
Yeah, sorry, my last name isn't like Tex.
Yeah, just call him racist.
I will.
Like y'all are racist against what are you? German? Irish? What are you?
Some kind of European.
Ugh.
Look,
Euro
sorry.
trash.
Eurotrash is actually the name of my EDM group.
That's a great name.
Thanks, man.
You and Lily are starting an EDM group.
Oh yeah, the name is great. The music is trash.
That's I mean, if I had a nickel for every band where the name was great and the music was trash.
Oh man, Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
One
name.
of the coolest band names.
The friggin' We Were Promised Jetpacks is a great.
They're good. I like them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, what are we talking about in the next episode?
Well, that's up to you, bud.
Have I not picked one?
No. You have a whole list. Why don't you just go to Google and just like do a dice roll from 1 to 50 or whatever?
What do you think I'm doing right now? 1 second.
I did that with mine, and the number it came up with was like, I don't want to do that one. And then I just picked.
All right. I mean, it's not even fair because I put 51 albums on here to choose from. All right. I'm gonna start scrolling down. I'm gonna close my eyes.
Just roll it once. Let's see what we land on, man.
I'm just gonna close my eyes, go up and down. I don't know where I'm landing.
And if you choose one of mine, you have to do it.
God damn it. I better not. All right, here we go. Holy shit.
Oh.
It's so funny that it lands on this because we have news about this band, kind of Misfits, Famous Monsters.
Oh my God. It's Famous
Monsters by Misfits. That's the next episode.
And come to the next episode to see what that news is.
Till next time on Punk Rock News, we're going to disappoint you if you're a fan of the Misfits.
Punk rock NEWs.
Yep. All right. Well, Misfits is the next episode, buddies.
All right. This is actually Will from Burn Band's favorite album of all time, I believe.
No shit. Wow.
No, it's not Famous Monsters. It's the first one.
American Psycho?
No, like the first Misfits album.
Oh, I don't even know. I don't know what it's called.
All I want to know.
Isn't that the one that's like, you goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby.
Maybe? Let me find it real quick because he'll be mad if I don't. It's Walk Among Us.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a full disclosure. Yeah. I mean, again, the reason I put it on the list, this is probably my favorite Misfits record.
Well, all right, man, and I can't wait to get into why.
Oh, buddy, you just wait. The punk rock news has a lot to do with it. Well, buddies, thanks for listening. Check us out on Instagrams. And the next episode that we actually have coming out is not going to be about the Misfits. Is it? Yes, it is. Sorry. But never mind. I'm going to edit that out.
We're recording this. Wait, are you trying to do a promotion for the one that's coming out next in our real time live?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I just realized what I was doing.
This is coming out like 2 weeks after.
All right. I realized it. I caught myself. All right, buddies. See ya.
Bye.
3